Denise, the bread advocate, and today I am going to try out Maori Rewana bread. This bread is made with a potato sourdough starter. So this has been resting for just a little over 24 hours. To make a potato sourdough starter, you take one potato, wash, peel, and cube it. Boil it in water until it is able to be mashed. You'll mash the potato, allow it to cool, then add 1 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of sugar. You'll mash the potato, allow it to cool, then add 1 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of sugar. If it needs some water, preferably you'll use the water that the potato was boiling in. So to your 5 cups of flour, you can add in your sourdough starter. And if you'd like, you can set aside some of the starter and feed it as you would a sourdough. Next, you'll add the salt. I'm going to mix it up just a little bit and add in water. So I'm not adding any yeast to this dough today because it has the potato sourdough starter and it will be setting for quite a bit longer than some of the other breads. I've mixed all my ingredients together and I'm going to knead the dough for about 10 minutes. So the original recipe, or at least a few that I've read, have called to add in baking soda. But I've also read from other sources that since you are using the Rewana, which actually, from what I gather, means something similar to leaven. So that's what is supposed to give a rise to the bread. So knead this for about 10 minutes. And just knead it as we do with other breads until it is smooth and elastic. My dough has been kneaded for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just go straight into shaping it to go into the pan. So I'm going to take and squish it out until a rough rectangle, and take one end and push it to the middle, and the other end push it into the middle, and take the whole thing and push it in half, and then just gently, well, not so gently with this dough, it's pretty thick. Just kind of roll it on its seam a little bit and then place it into a greased pan. And this dough will rest for 1.5 to 2 hours, and I'm going to put a dampened cloth on top of mine since it's a drier climate here. So the dough has been resting, and I actually let it rest quite a bit longer than the 1.5 to 2 hour time range because I went to go see a sweet little niece of mine who was just born a week ago. So I am going to put this into the oven for 1 hour, and the difference here is that you do not preheat the oven. So it'll go into a cold oven, and it's at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's 180 Celsius, 355 Fahrenheit for 1 hour, and do not preheat the oven. It's been 1 hour and I've brought the bread out of the oven. So you can see it came away from the sides a bit, and it got nice and golden brown on top. It smells absolutely delicious. So I let the bread fully cool, and I actually put it in the fridge for a little bit. Well, about 24 hours to be honest, because I didn't quite have time to cut into it yet. And my attempts at trying to cut it have not been terribly successful. I'm not quite sure what happened with this bread, but it doesn't have a rise really to it, and it's very hard. So I'm going to try out a couple different methods to see if I can get the bread to come out better. I'm both going to try out the starter again and see what sort of a difference the baking soda really does make. I'll try this out again and I'll let you know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. For the full recipe, please visit me at thebreadadvocate.com. And if you like this video and would like to see more, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.